One of the main questions I get is counting calories important for weight loss? And the short answer is no. I mean, yes, calories in and calories out matters, but for a lot of people, calorie counting is worth like it's the work is so much and it becomes cumbersome until they don't actually end up, you know, following the calorie plan, and then they end up, foregoing their results or self-sabotaging. So for most of my clients, actually, we start with hand portion sizes. And then as they become more proficient in eyeing foods and things like that, then we can go into like macros and calorie counting. I know I have certain clients who love it. Like they are all about the numbers, and I'm actually kind of like that. Like I love a good perfect day on my macros. It feels really good to me. My type A personality clients love it. And I love it for them because it's like the more accurate you can be, yes, you can, you will tend to see results. But counting calories is actually not necessary for weight loss, especially at first. The most important thing is getting your portion sizes right and your eating habits down properly. So there we go. You can use your hands as a general tool. The main thing when it comes to weight loss is asking yourself what kinds of food you're eating versus like how much can I eat. The great thing about like macros and calorie counting is like it does allow for more flexibility with your food, because with the hand tool, you're using like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vegetables, and some foods, especially like processed foods or foods that come in a box, they're not like one single ingredient or single macronutrient foods. So they don't really like serve you that well. And so if you're going to use your hand tool, then it lends itself better to a diet that is whole, nutrient dense, which is what we want anyway. So this is actually what I give my clients to start out. This literally is the exact same one. When it comes to protein, we call it one serving. Now, this doesn't mean that you only get to have one serving, right? It means that like this counts as one serving. So some of my clients, for their meals, they have 2 servings of protein. So they would do 2 palm-sized servings of protein instead of like going to measure out 4 ounces, right, of protein or whatever. Same thing goes for carbohydrates. Instead of um, going like, oh, let me go measure a cup of rice or measure a cup of carbohydrates, they just put it in there. They just look at their hand and they go, oh, is it enough? And one serving, most of my female clients honestly get 1.5 to 2 servings of carbs per meal. So they would just measure like 2 palmfuls of carbohydrates. So this is what I use, and you guys can screenshot this or you can pull it up in the dashboard. Um, this is what I use for my clients, especially when they're first starting out, because in nutrition, in health and fitness, close enough is good enough. It really, really is. It's not like you don't have to be exactly precise. Your body is really, really smart, and it quite frankly doesn't know the difference between like 50 calories and 25 calories. Like it's so minimal. And I know that sounds contradictory because I just talked about macronutrients and being precise, but that's really for predictability and not for necessarily results. So the more precise someone is, the more I can, poke holes and figure out where things are going wrong. But at the end of the day, close enough is good enough in nutrition. It really is. It's about the long game. So feel free to use this as a way to portion out your servings. And a little bit later, I'm going to show you guys, what an average woman could be eating versus an average male, and how to use these serving sizes for your New Year plan.